Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Miracle, Population Me, and today we are doing another one of my 5 goals that I plan on completing, or at least starting, until August 12th. So that's why you haven't seen like a monthly start for like check-ins, because I started pretty late in June or July, whatever. Point is, we are on our 5th goal this month, and the goal for this month is to find a side gig or gig work or side hustle or whatever, something that's part-time that can give me more income, that's not just like a full-time job. So if you haven't seen already, I've done videos, probably more than one at this point, about the jobs I've been applying to and how I've been applying to them. This is different. This is not a full-time job. Those were full-time jobs. This one is more of me just literally looking for a side gig, literally something to do in my spare time, like on the weekends, online, preferably, remote, preferably, hybrid if we must, but I don't want to go in person just because that's just too much traveling. And if it's after my actual job, I would just be too tired because I already just don't get out of my bed in time. So I like napping. So anyway, over here I have like I think 4 different websites that I pulled up that I'm going to look through and find jobs on there, because I did not do this prior to this video. I've literally started this goal today, and I think it's mainly because I was looking for like full-time jobs and within my own company, and also just like in general. So part-time jobs have taken a bit of a back end, just because it is hard to do part-time with a full-time if you don't know time management skills. And I don't really feel like making that work in my past life. But today's a new day. It is 7 p.m. And I think I'm going to start doing this just because in the case that I do leave my job or do have to be laid off in the future, knock on wood, it doesn't happen. But just in case, I have something to fall back on, secondary income, just. So the first website, or by the way, I found most of these websites on this one. It's literally for Chicago, so they might be one in your city or state or whatever. But I went on chicago.gov and they had a list of websites that had like jobs on them. And I went on there just because I'm not touching LinkedIn. I'm not touching Indeed. I'm not touching Monster.com, Zip, Recruiter, Simply Hired. I'm not touching them. Only because I can kind of already guess they're all going to say no to me. They're all not going to have any jobs, and they just are too oversaturated with bullshit. We got to be honest. So I'm skipping them just for now, and I'm going into just these websites that I found on Chicago just because they gotta be remote, but I would like them remote here just in case it is a hybrid job anyway. So the first place I'm going on is this nonprofit organization, which I've never been on before, so I literally did not know they had this. But I guess real quick, the thing that I'm looking for when I am applying for jobs is my skill is a consultant. I've also done product managing skills. I've worked as a front desk receptionist for a gym for like a year. I have a lot of administrative work since college, and I also worked in fast food for like a good month, but we can stretch that. So I'm pretty well-rounded in terms of like, physical stuff, digital stuff, administration stuff, working with a team stuff, technical stuff. So I don't really see myself saying no to so many jobs, but obviously if they are real nitty gritty about the job they want you to have, I will be like, and also just like, well, do I realistically see myself doing it? So I don't really have criterias, or if I do, you just hear about it as it goes, because I not prep this video, as you can tell, because I'm actively telling you about things as I say it. But right here, this is the first job we have. We have a digital writer / editor. I'm already going to tell you I'm not doing this job. Not just because it is a full-time job, but because I literally can't write. I mean, I can write, but I'm not going to write for a job that I don't want. And unfortunately, this website doesn't have filters that state like what full-time, part-time contract. So I do have to kind of like do the job myself. But already I don't want this one. So if you go to the side here, we're just going to find what we have. There is marketing communication, staff accountant. I could probably do this one. And so how I want to do this is I wouldn't actually apply to it here because this will be an hour-long video and I just wouldn't do it. But I would do it on my own terms. I would just actively do it offline, but then show you how I'm looking for jobs online. So far, these jobs all tend to be full-time, but I could potentially do this job, institution giving manager, and it's a 4-day week as well. So right now I'm just scrolling through jobs to see if they have anything that's part-time, but so far it might actually be full-time. This one does say contractual, so let's see what that is. 6 to 12 months, okay, college specialist, contractual, skip all the way to the bottom because we only care about what they want us to do. And it is part-time for evenings and weekends, okay. And it starts from September 2025 to June 2026. So I think I could do this because it seems very much like Scrum Master work because you just participate in 3 virtual meetings, debrief, collaborate, yada, yada, yada. That's just a training. And then caseload management, meet with scholar, yeah. So I can do this. So what I would do is I did not sign in with this website. As you can tell, I did not make an account. So what I would do is I'll just go here, or I'll just where is it? I'll go here and I'll just open in a new link. So we're gonna have like a million of these links over here, which will literally mess with me. Link it out and then push it out like that. So already we found one job and it does seem to have managerial skills. So I will apply for this later. Of course, if you've already watched my job video, I will link it right here, I think. You will see that I'm not going to just give them my resume that I use currently. I'll probably have to fix it up so they don't think I have 1,000,001 skills, because some jobs I will be applying for will assume you only have high school, and I don't want to be overqualified for anything. So we're going to make them think I only have high school or at least college with no job after that. So that's how I'm going to fix my resume in the future, at least when I start applying. So already I found one. I'm skipping anything that says director because I know I'm not getting that and I don't want to waste my time. We have director here, league more directors. We have an intern right here. Let's see if they give me part-time at the very least. This internship, wow, a year. That's crazy. But it doesn't tell you how much you're getting paid, and it does say unpaid. Yep. Clock though. That was crazy. Why would they even do that to me? But this one's full-time. So already I'm looking at it and there's so many jobs on here and I don't know if they're full-time or part-time. So I'm going to look at this last and just go to the next website, just because I don't want to make this video an hour just trying to figure it out when I have other websites that also have the same thing, but they have better filters. So let's go over to Career Builder. Now this is the actual website that I would use and I saw all on this chicago.gov website. So if you know where you want to apply to, then use your own website, of course, but this is just how I'm doing it. And here I've already put in some filters before I came online, and I said job type, I want part-time, contract to hire, seasonal, and gig work, just because whatever, you never know. Remote and hybrid, 5 miles away from where I live, and then 30 days, I don't really care. Sometimes you can find a job that's a month ago and they'll still hire you. So I go all the way to the top, right? Already you see data entry clerk, and they're paying $100 to $400 weekly. Now, will this be good for me? I do not know, but they are remote. I never done a data entry job, but I've always heard about them doing something similar like this. Now, granted, I don't know if I'm making a video about how I like these gig works if I get them, but I can in the future if I remember to make a video about do these gig works work out? Are these a real side hustle? But right now, I'm just saying, hey, I've seen this before. I'm just going to remember that this is a thing. And I'm just going to open a new link right here. Okay, so already I found one. And there are several more of them, which is very surprising. Yeah, so this one right here, this is also a data entry job for a whole different company. Now this looks fake. I'm not gonna hold you, this is fake, because what is this border? So we're gonna skip that. And I already know that some of these jobs will not be real. This one looks fake as well. This one is a writer journalism job, part-time. I don't think they're gonna pay, so this is already not gonna happen. And yeah, unpaid. Unpaid intern. How did I know? How did I know it's gonna be unpaid? This is public relations, marketing, all that jazz. And this is also unpaid. So I think from this company right here, Borgen, whatever projects, they already have unpaid internships. So we're gonna skip anything that has their name in it. And this one, for example, more data entry clerk. It doesn't have any stupid borders right here. So already I am finding a job that will pay $21 to $35 an hour. I don't know. I have never done this before. I don't know if I've done this before. I don't know if I've done this. I'm sure I've done these before. I'm sure. Like, you don't just have a job that makes you sit in a computer for 8 hours a day and then don't have so many skills. And they do pay, and it is part-time. It is hybrid, so you will have to figure out if they want me to go in the office and how long. But I think I should be okay for the most part. So it does seem like this company, what's it called? Work from home / remote. Okay, they don't actually have a name. But obviously, rule of thumb when you're applying for gig work is always be cautious. Just because they are offering money doesn't mean they're going to offer it the best way. Already I see like plenty of jobs that I can see. Obviously, some of these look like limited spots, earn up to 3K product testing. They just want to bring me in for whatever they want. I mean, obviously I can apply to it and be fine, but there is no guarantee that I will be able to do it. Like, I don't need to know how to speak Spanish and or read English or speak. Oh my God, I can't speak. They want you to speak and or read English, 18 or older. So obviously be careful about what you apply for, because they can very well make it so that you don't really have your own say in how the money is being used. And companies like these will use your likeness for everything and pay you pennies. But yeah, you know, better this than DoorDash, I guess. Work from home, la la la. This one is fake because there is nothing here. Literally nothing here. And that's how you can kind of tell. If they don't give you anything, it's probably going to lead you to a website or an app. And I'm not going to click on apply because I do want to just scroll through like the top pages and just kind of show you guys how I know this is fake. It has a border. I don't trust it. Let's see. This one might be real. This says you can make 30 to 150 daily. You're probably going to make the low end, which will still be a lot. I mean, for gig work, but there is no guarantee. They do say have a minimum requirement, meaning they might test you on your actual typing skills, meaning that I might be bad at it. I don't know. I think my typing skills needs to be improved on. This is fake border. And this is just for this website, but obviously if you have something similar, I would be careful, because I'm sure that people have horror stories about joining a job they thought would be good and it was actually really bad. But yeah, all these are data entry jobs. all of them are data entry, which is fine because I know that is a real company like industry and people do like it. So let's go to our next website. I will be applying for these offline, and then I'll kind of make a whole new spreadsheet of like how many I applied for, just so that I am keeping track of it and I can talk about it in my overall check-in video in like a week or so. Okay, so this is the next one, and this is called Skills for Chicago. Connects job seekers with real job opportunities, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, so here I've put part-time. They don't really have too much of a filter. I put Chicago in there. I just click search. There are only 6 jobs here, so it's nothing, you know, I had to get like more websites because of that. But they have associate banker that can do a PMO for some reason, cashier clerk at Joe Oscar. Unfortunately, that would be in person, so that they probably all are in person, but I just wouldn't do this one just because it's a store. And it'll probably be pretty far away from where I am anyway. I could be a nanny. I will not be a nanny. Be a sitter. I will not be a sitter. Security officer. I will not be a security. This is also not in Chicago. What the heck? I could be a retail associate at Ulta. That seems kind of fun. It does allow me to do weekends if I do want to. So Ulta seems to be like the best bet. And then maybe BMO if I figure out what first shifts is. So that can be cool. Or maybe even Jewel if I figure out what the weekend is, like the timing is, right? Because I can do like 1 or 2 days for like 4 or 5 hours, because it is supposed to be part-time. So hopefully nothing like 8-hour days, I'll be fine. So already I see 2 jobs here that I can do, even though there's like probably plenty of jobs in here. I don't even know why there is a Milwaukee job when this is literally Skills for Chicago, but I didn't make the website. And then the last website I'm going to use is my tried and true hiring cafe. To be honest, I haven't really been using this like that much. since I've literally been applying for jobs. I've been applying for jobs like every other website because this one, they update this every other day or every other month, I mean. So it's been kind of hard to find or to go on here and actually find jobs I would actually want, at least frequently, because I am still applying for jobs, right? Anyway, if you go to the very top, they have 145 jobs on here, and they're all application files. Do simple. That way it'll be a lot easier when I apply later. And then here I have for my filters exactly Chicago, sitting, active, work, right? That's always there. Salary, I just want them to show me a salary. I don't have like a minimum or maximum just because it is gig work, so really it shouldn't matter as long as they're paying me. Commitment, part-time, contract, temporary, and seasonal, just because, and that's all I really wanted. So already I see a few that I will not be applying to, like audio visual technician. I just can't do that, Director, that is not a gig work. We're just gonna hide that job and hide all the other jobs under it because that is literally not gig work. Therapy, social content, temporary. I could do this because I have a YouTube channel and I'm sure I'll learn more skills as the days go on, but this wouldn't be so bad to apply to, so I could apply for that. This is talent acquisition associate. I could apply for this. This is contract, so it might be full-time contract. Part-time customer care, I can do this probably. Something similar, at least to what the job is I have currently. This one is fall 2025 associate in analytics, and it just wants you to use Excel. Like, it tells you a bit about the skills that you want on the bottom. So this one has Excel. This one is like G Suite, CRM system, Salesforce, yada yada. This is real estate. So this is the thing I'm talking about. Don't do insurance, do real estate. I wouldn't do it, but you go ahead. The price is there. You get $28 to $100 an hour, right? And I'm sure getting licensed is like pretty cheap too, because when I had to be a insurance agent for my MLM company at the time, which is crazy, it was like $5 to get like the certificate. I mean, obviously it was like for a fake company, but it was like a real certificate, so it was really cheap in Chicago. So maybe it's cheap wherever you live too. Hopefully. I don't know. Can't really say it'll be cheap everywhere. But this one, nothing about teaching. I don't want to teach. Nothing about kids. No, thank you. This one's a church mobilizer. Wow. Do I want to do that? I gotta look into this church, because if I find this job, I don't want to do something that says religion and then they tend to be like the bad part of religion, which is annoying. Program manager, I could do this. I mean, the pay is so bad that someone needs to do it. So maybe 28 to 36K. Yeah, I could do that. Like, what? Research assistant. Maybe. It depends on what they were researching, right? I'm not doing that. Freelance, nope. Part-time call center, sure. Mental health coach, nope. I do not have a degree in that. Business development coach, sure. Oh, this is 7 to 10 years. Never mind. Chicago part-time coach, nope. Account executive, nope. Communication lead. I could. Oh, it's for cannabis. That would be really funny. That would be really cool. But it's contract, right? Which means it's not gig. And I would probably want more part-time than contract. But like if I was, doing a speech language, I could do this one. But obviously not. Sales, nope. Legal tasker, nope. Part-time intake therapist, nope. You'll realize a lot more medical jobs tend to be not gig, but part-time. I think it's just because they need a lot of people, and a lot of people do it privately these days for money, right? Good money. And it is kind of hard to find jobs that I'm in, because if I was in the medical field and I was a therapist, I probably wouldn't have a shortage, but it would depend on like how much they're paying and everything. But like this one is board certified behavior analyst, and you get like up to 95, which is pretty good money, unless it's like actually for 10 years, which is not. So it looks pretty good. So yeah, I already find like 7 jobs on here on the first page that already will give me that I can apply to, basically. Couples driving, no. Also, couples together, plural, is crazy. Mechanical facility manager, no. So as you can see, I'm looking for these jobs, and I already found a few, and that's a few that I found before the page literally ended on like SAT and then therapy, right? So already I've found, I want to say in total like 15, like in all my websites, probably like 15 jobs I could apply to that are all gig work. And that's just on, what was it, like 3 or 4 websites that I found and pulled up, which I think is pretty good considering that I did this today and I haven't made a resume at all. I need to polish it. I need to send it out. I need to make a whole new Notion board or just make a copy of my old one and just say whatever, right? But I will be showing it off. I will be telling you guys what I applied to, how much they're paying, if I heard back. I mean, I doubt I'll hear back in 2 weeks, but hopefully, we never know, right? We never know. But I do want to find reputable jobs that aren't just gig works that people say are the typical one, like go do Uber Eats. I don't have a car. Like, what am I Uber Eating in a bus? So pray and hope, right? We get the money, and that is gig, and that it is online, and that I don't gotta go in the office, not 8 hours, nothing crazy, money high, bills short. So yeah. But thank you guys for watching. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope it wasn't a ramble, but if it was, I do talk. So welcome if you are new, and welcome back if you are not. But please remember to like, share, subscribe, send it to your friends and family if they are looking for a job, because I got some websites and you might need some jobs. So hopefully we can help each other, or if not, you can just watch me figure it out. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.